can you tell from the drawing? Let's just take a couple of drawings here. Let's take a parabola. And let's say this is 1, 2, 3, -4 down here. Okay. So this would be the equation of y equals x squared minus 4. So I ask you to find the domain and range for me. Okay. Domain. For the domain, you look here. Okay. Can I use positive numbers for x? Yes or no? Can I put in +2, +3, +4? Are we okay with that? Can I put in -2 for x? Still be legal to do that? -3, -4, sure. Can I put a 0 for x? 0 squared minus 4, give me a number? Yeah, so I can use any number. So my domain is going to be all real numbers. Okay. For the range, look at the graph. Let's look at the graph. The range is the y values. Which y values do I have here? All real numbers greater than or equal to -4. There's nothing below -4, right? So my range is all y values greater than or equal to -4. That's all you have to do. For the range, you're looking at your drawing. For the domain, you can look at your equation. I can use any x values. Anything all along here, I can use anything here. My range, though, is going to start here and then go up. Okay. Domain and range. All right. Let's take an equation that looks like y equals, I don't know, 5 over x plus 5. I don't know what that looks like. But is there anything I cannot use? Is there any number that you can think of when I plug it in for x that I cannot use? What would not be valid? What do you think? 5. If I put in 5 for x, I'll have 5 plus 5 is 10. 5 over 10 is 1/2. That's okay. -5. Because if I put in -5, -5 plus 5 is 0. And I can't have 0 in the denominator. So my domain here is all real numbers except -5. Can't use that. And we call that a restriction. X cannot equal. Equal sign with a slash through it. X cannot equal -5. Why don't you guys open your books, because I'm going to do a couple of problems. One of your homework problems that I have there on the board. And I'm on page number 6. And look at problems starting with 17. Starting with 23. Determine the real numbers that must be excluded from the domain. In other words, my x values. Determine the real numbers that must be excluded from the domain of each function. In this problem that I wrote up there, the domain number that has to be excluded is -5. Whatever will give you 0 in the denominator, can't use it. You have to exclude it. So in that one up there, it is x plus 5 in the denominator. Can't use -5. Let's look at problem number 27. That says 2x over x squared minus 9. By the way, I can have an x in the numerator, it's okay. X could equal 0, no problem there. What number or numbers do you think I cannot use? What number has to be excluded here? 3. Okay, so x cannot equal 3 or negative 3. Negative 3 squared is 9. 9 minus 9 is 0. So I cannot use a plus or a minus, we can write it that way. So this one has two values that I cannot use, 3 and negative 3. Does that make sense? Okay? And that's problem number 27. Okay. Let's look at the problems above it. Problem 17 through 22. It says, construct the table of values for each function. Show at least 5 ordered pairs for each function. Okay? Here's what they're after. Y equals 2x minus 3. Let's do the first one. And this is right out of your homework. Construct a table of values. It's our T-chart. And you can put any numbers you want. I don't care. Put in easy ones. 1, 2, 3, 4. If x is 0, 2 times 0 is 0. 0 minus 3. 2 times 1 is 2. 2 minus 3. 2 times 2 is 4. 4 minus 3. 2 times 3 is 6 minus 3. 2 times 4 is 8. 8 minus 3. I don't care what numbers you put in there. You want an easier way? If you don't know how to do this, I will help you during our work time. It's going to be a fairly short lesson. If you go into your y equals, I'm assuming you guys know how to graph on here, okay? You probably have done a lot. You go to your y equals, you enter this equation, 2x minus 3. Okay. Now if you go to second graph, that's your table. And so your calculator will do this for you. And you can choose any 5 numbers you want. You just write it into a T-chart. Okay? If you're not quite sure how to do that, I'll be glad to help you out. All right. So we have the first few problems are going to look like that. The next set of problems will be along those lines. Okay. All right. From 32 through 36. Give the domain and range. You think you guys could do that? Yeah. All right, let's you and I do one more.
All right.
Okay, let's do 33. Okay. What's the domain? What x values do you think are there? X values.
Oh, just -3.
Well, you know what?
Oh, wait.
Go ahead. What do you think?
0.
Does it go, my x values, does it go all the way to the left?
Yeah.
Does it go all the way to the right? Then we can use all real numbers.
Oh, never mind. I don't know how to do it.
You're fine. You're fine. That's all the x values. What y values go? -2, that's it. That's your y values. You were talking about the y values. Okay? So the x, so they want you to find the domain and range. The domain, all your x values. You can use any x value you want. But your range is only one value there, and that's -2. Does that make sense on that problem? 33? Okay, so you're going to look at the graphs, look at the equation, and figure it out. All right. Let's look at 36 through 39. Let r be the distance from the origin to the given point. For each point, find r, and then y over r x over r and y over x. They're looking for 4 answers for each problem. Okay, let's do that. Let's do point, I don't care, let's do point A. And here's point A right here, right? And they give that point as being 3, 4. And we kind of did this yesterday. What is the distance there? I'm going to use my distance formula. And they call this R. You'll see why they call it R as we go on through the course. But we're going to call this R. They want the distance from the origin to 0.34. Distance equals square root x2 minus x1 squared plus y2 minus y1 squared. I have 2 points here. I have 3, 4, and I have 0, 0. I have the origin. What is the distance between those 2 points? What is the distance from here to here? And we're going to call that R. Okay, does that make sense? All right. 3 minus 0 is 3. The y value, 4 minus 0 is 4. 3 squared plus 4 squared. 3 squared is 9. 4 squared is 16. Square root 9 plus 16 is 25. 5. R is 5. Okay. By the way, this is problem number, somebody's watched the video, problem number 36. And we found R as being 5. Okay. The next one they want you to find, what was the first one here? Y over R? Okay, they want you to find y over R. Your y value is 4. Your R is 5. Then they want you to find x over r. You following this, Zach? Okay. The x value is 3. The r value is 5. Then they want you to find y over x. 4 over 3. That's all you have to do. And this is for problem 36, 37, 38, 39. They just give you different numbers that you got to play around. Okay. I can't tell. Are you guys following this okay?
Yeah.
It should be fairly easy, but I'm hoping you follow this. It does? Okay, good. All right. The homework is going to be pages 6 through 7, exercises 16 through 39 all. And I've done a couple for you. And this is still on section of chapter 1.